Here I've got a lot of written elements of a portrait, of a painting, and I've also got interspersed with this some actual artists as well. So I've got things like the sun, which would have been a big subject for painters. We have a hayrick, obviously Constable and the hayrick is there, the hayway, and Cézanne's there, Sleeping Cat, Dali, Meadow, Da Vinci, Vermeer, a cornfield, stream, stuff like that. Yeah, okay. So we're going to mix them up a wee bit, and then you're going to mix them up a wee bit more. And you're going to do that by taking cuts off the whole thing. Is that okay? So you're going to cut a little packet of cards. It won't be what we end up with, but what I'd like you to do is actually take the cards like that and turn it over so we can see what it is. There we've got the ocean, okay? But it might not be the ocean, I don't know. But cut down maybe 6 cards, maybe a little bit more, and flick it all over. It won't be where we finally end up, but just so we know, okay? And flip it over. Perfect. Oh, what you got there? Some boulders. All right. Can you do the same thing again? Maybe you cut a little bit deeper into the deck, maybe about half of it or so, and flick all that over. Terrific. And we got back to the ocean again. Can you please maybe do about 2 or 3/3? Not 3/3, because that's the whole deck, isn't it? You know what I mean. All right. Perfect. And we have there a sleeping cat, yeah? Now, be really greedy. Just leave 1 card behind and flick the whole stuff over. And that says Vermeer. Okay, fine. Now, if I can draw your attention to this question mark over here, this is in effect, we're building up a picture now. We're actually going to try and make a picture because every one of these single cards that we go to now will actually be a component of a picture we're trying to get to. I'm hoping that every card we get will actually be here. So in other words, whatever you read here will also be here, but we'll be making a card at the same time, a portrait at the same time. Sounds a bit complicated, but we'll get there, okay. We're going to go to where the first card down, which is that one. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. And if I could give you those cards, and if you could turn the first card over and read out in a nice loud voice, what does it say?
A girl wearing a hat.
A girl wearing a hat. So that's the first one. And if I take this off now, what do we have? Ah, a girl wearing a hat. Fine. Get rid of that card and take the next card, okay?
2 trees.
2 trees, okay, so we've got a girl wearing a hat and 2 trees, is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, 2 trees as well as a girl wearing a hat. Okay, what about next? What have you got for the next card?
Some boulders.
Some boulders. It's very vague, isn't it? What have we got here then? Ah, there we are, some boulders. So far, so good. We're doing 100% correct. Okay, what about the next card, please, darling?
A seated man.
A seated man, a man sitting down. Okay, smack bang in the middle of everything, a seated man. This will be our last card because I've only got 1 picture left. Is that okay? What have you got now?
Van Gogh.
Oh, not a subject anymore. We've actually got a Van Gogh. They do look very like the Van Gogh style, don't they? But it's even better than that because if we look at Van Gogh with the girl and the 2 trees and the boulders and the seated man, everything combines to make Van Gogh.